Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome back to IslamicReading.com. We are currently reading the basic Tajweed course of the Holy Quran, and in today's class, we are going to study about the short forms or small letters of the Arabic alphabets. We'll study that what are the short forms, what is the purpose of making of them, how to make the short forms of the Arabic letters and how to connect them, and at the end, we'll talk about Muqattiaat letters or cut letters. My name is Hafiz Adnan, and you're watching IslamicReading.com. So, what is a short form or small letter? Small letters are the variant of the letter case. In the English, we have two letter cases, uppercase and lowercase. And though they are written differently, but they are called with the same name. For example, capital D and small d are written differently, but both are called D. Similarly, capital G and small g are written differently, but their sound is exactly the same. Similarly, in the Arabic language, we have uppercase and lowercase is referred to short forms. Now, what is the purpose of making the short forms? Look at these examples. These are a few capital and small letters sitting together. If we take out the grammar rule, what's written is, this is a cat. But grammatically, it's not a word, it's not a sentence, and it does not have any meaning in the English. But if we write the same letters with a bit spacing, they make meaningful sentence. And every word has its meaning in the sentence. In both sentences, the difference is that capital letters are still being written individually, but small letters are connected with each other to make a word. So the purpose of making the short forms of the Arabic letters is to connect them together to make a meaningful word or sentences. To make the short form of the Arabic letters, we use their capital forms, and these are Arabic capital letters. Though in the English, capital letters and small letters have separate glyphs or separate writing style, but in the Arabic language, small letters are derived from their capital letters. Let's see how. Do you remember that in the last lesson, we studied that common structures and the common glyphs of the Arabic letters and the number of the dots and the position of the dots are used to differentiate between the letters that share the common structure? We'll use the common structure to make the short form of the letters, and we will use the number and the position of the dot to differentiate between them. For example, ba, ta, and sa, they have this common shape. To make the short forms of these three letters, we will use their common shape. We'll take the first portion of the common shape. Now, to differentiate between them, we'll use the number and the position of the dots. We know that ba has one dot below, ta has two dots on the top, and the sa has three dots on the top. So if we write one dot below, this will be the short form of the ba. If we write two dots on the top, this will be the short form of letter ta. And if we write three dots on the top, this will be the short form of letter sa. In the next example, jim, ha, and ha, they have this common shape. And to make the short forms of these three letters, we'll use the first portion of their common shape, and to differentiate between them, we'll use the number and the position of the dots. One dot inside is called jim. If we leave it empty, that is the short form of ha, and if we place one dot on the top, that will be the short form of letter ha. In the English, small letters do not change their shape regardless of their position in the word. But Arabic short forms change their shape a bit depending upon their position in the word. To connect a short form with the other letters, a small connecting line is added to the side where the letter wants to connect with the other letter. Because ba, ta, and sa share a common shape even in their short forms, so the addition of a small connecting line will also follow the same rule in these three letters. For example, if we want to connect a letter on the left side of these three letters, we'll add a small connecting line on the left side of this short form. If we want to connect these three letters on the both sides, we will add the connecting line on either side of these three letters. And if we want to connect a letter on their right side, we will add the connecting line on the right side of these three letters in short form. You can see that adding this connecting line changes the shape, the form of the letter a bit. That is why Arabic short forms appear a bit different based on where they appear in a word, at the start, in the middle, or at the end. At the end of the word, an Arabic letter may appear in its capital form. That is because some letters do not connect with the following letter. So if the second last letter of the word is one of those letters that do not connect with the following letters, the last letter will appear in its complete form. In the next group, Jim, Ha, and Ha also follow the same rule. We add the small connecting line on the side where these letters want to connect with the other letters. And again, if the second last letter of the word is one of those letters that do not connect with the following letters, these letters will appear in their capital form. You can find the link to this image in the description below. Now let's see the letters which connect the other letters on the both side or on the other side, or they do not connect at all. Alif, Dal, Zal, Ra, Za, and Waw. These 6 letters can connect other letters on their right side, but they will never attach a letter on their left side. So it means that if one of these letters appear as the second last letter of the word, the letter following them will take their full form. Hamza is the only letter that do not attach with the other letters at all. Wherever it will appear in its full form. And all the other letters, they can connect with all the other letters. At the end, let's now talk about Muqattiaat or cut letters. These are the letters from the Holy Quran, and though all the Holy Quran can be translated into any other language, these letters cannot be translated to any language. That is why you can see these letters in the translations as they are. They do have their meanings, but only Allah Azza wa Jal and Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam knows about them. Right now, we are not going to read them because there are some signs in this that we have not yet studied. Once we study those signs, you will be able to recite them properly. But right now, just remember that Muqattiaat letters or cut letters, they are the letters from the Quran, and nobody knows their meaning except Allah and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. With this, we come to the end of our second lesson. If you want to learn the Holy Quran at your home, you can visit our website. The link is in the description. In the next class, we will study about movements. Until then, take care and subscribe to our channel for future videos. Inshallah, see you next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.